Welcome to part one of the demo series on controlling capture and retrieval of personally identifiable information using Brava Enterprise. My name is Dave Hinkle, and I'm a solutions consultant at OpenText. Virtually all industries have personally identifying information within their business documents. PII is stored in both structured and unstructured documents. Privacy laws are changing at a rapid pace, and many regulations govern the disclosure of PII. Failure to adequately control disclosure of PII can lead to fines and other penalties for noncompliance. I'm going to show you how PII can be easily removed from a stored form using Brava. Imagine I'm a loan specialist at a mortgage lender. My customers, Mike and Julia, are in the process of buying a home and requested that I send a copy of their loan application to Pete at their insurance company. I have access to the loan application form, but my company policy says I can't share certain customer PII with third parties. I'm going to show you how I can quickly and easily fulfill the customer's request while complying with my company's policies. I've got Mike and Julia Rivers' loan application open in the Brava HTML client in my browser. My task is to redact PII from the document so I can send it to Pete at the insurance company. Now, I know that there's a lot of PII fields in this loan application. For example, on page 2, I can see that there are social security numbers, and I could manually scan through the entire document looking for all the PII. But fortunately, Brava has built-in find and redact capabilities that are going to save me a lot of time. To start redacting the PII, first, I want to create a new markup. Markup is where Brava stores my redactions and other types of annotations that I might put on a document. I want to point out that Brava doesn't alter the original source document. When I finalize my redactions, I'm actually publishing to a new PDF or TIFF file. So I'm going to open my redactions tool palette. And the Brava HTML client has 9 redaction tools. But for this document, I'm only going to need to use a couple of them. I'm going to start with one of the more powerful features, which is the redact privacy information. Now, my company policy says that social security numbers, credit card numbers, and email addresses are some of the types of PII that I need to remove when sharing documents to third parties. So now that I have this selected, I'll just simply click on Redact. Brava finds the PII and redacts it for me, and it gives me a little summary of what it found based on my patterns that I had it look for. So I'm going to close that tool, and now in my navigation bar, I have a redactions column that I can click on the different different redaction data, and it will navigate me through the document and take me straight to where those PII text was found. For example, here at the bottom I'm on some email addresses. So far, so good, but I know that there's some other types of information that I'm going to have to look for because they don't fit a very set pattern. I'm going to come here to page 4 because I know I've got some a space here on the form where I have bank names, and account numbers, and I need to redact that. To do that, I'm going to use the Brava Redact Area tool. That's simply a rectangular click and drag type of operation. So I'm just going to stretch my rectangle over these 3 bank names and account numbers, let go on my mouse, and it's redacted that area and the underlying text contained by that rectangle. Now notice my redaction reason is using the most recently used one, so I'm going to change that. And I'm just going to use a generic one called PII. Now the other thing that I know I need to remove is any signatures, because I need to protect my customer signatures to protect them against someone trying to copy it for fraud. I'll also use my redact area tool for that. First I'll do Michael's signature and Julia's. So now I've got the PII in the document redacted. So now I'm ready to go ahead and publish it. But before I do that, I want to save the markup. And that will allow me to come back if I need to make modifications to the redactions. I don't have to do them all over again. And it also would provide a capability for an auditor or some other process to be able to see what it was exactly that I redacted. I'll just give my redactions a name. And so now that's saved if I want to come back to it. Now I want to publish the PDF. So I use my publish options. And the only thing that I need to make sure of is on my markup options here that I have finalized redactions. I click on publish. And then I'll download the redacted PDF by clicking OK. And here is the redacted PDF. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and just quickly scroll through it. If you notice here on page 2, my social security numbers and email addresses are redacted. I'll scroll down through a little bit more. My bank account, credit card numbers are redacted here on page 4. And then down here on page 6, the signatures are redacted. Now just to show you that the data is really removed and not just covered up by a black rectangle, let's see if I can find an @ sign that would be like in an email address. So I'll bring up my find and look for an @ sign. And it wasn't found in the document. So I know that my text data that I redacted is truly removed. So now I have my redacted PDF that I can send to Pete at the insurance company. Brava gives me the confidence that I am adhering to my organization's compliance policy. I just showed you how easy Brava's redaction tools are to use. Brava saves me time. With just a few clicks, I was able to find and redact many common PII data types like social security numbers and credit card numbers anywhere throughout the document. I also use Brava's easy-to-use area redaction tool for redacting things like signature blocks or portions of pages. You saw how I was able to save my pending redactions in a markup so I could come back and modify them if needed, or if I want to recheck my work. And last, I showed you how Brava's output has the underlying data truly redacted, not just obscured. Brava gives me control over personally identifying information so I can comply with privacy policies and regulations and maintain the trust of my customers. If you have questions about OpenText Brava, please email our sales team at igc_sales@opentext.com or visit our website page at opentext.com/explore-brava. Thank you for watching Part 1 of Controlling PII using Brava Enterprise.